I was dropping my daughter, my eldest one, Taylor, off to class. She's a first year at Valencia. And we were having conversation about, she just started having conversation about her major choice. We're a little unconventional of a family. We're very much, even though I may appear like I'm super structured, which I am, I thrive on structure and routine. I'm actually very out of the box thinker. We really don't follow a lot of the societal rules when it comes to just like living life. And my kids are very much, well, I mean, in the last 5-6 years, I've really implanted that in my children. So one thing was when Taylor graduated, we took a year off of school. She didn't go to college right away. My intention was to teach her to adult. And she got a full-time job. She learned how to budget. She buys her own groceries. She meal preps. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. Amazing kid, and she got into CrossFit, was a CrossFitter. So we had a really great year together of just spending time together. That was just a personal choice for us. I'm not saying that's a choice for everybody to make, but that was one thing that was really important to me, and was that when she graduated, that I felt very comfortable that she could live independently. The second thing we wanted to be sure of was that when she did start college, that we were going to do that without debt. We were not going to get into any debt to put her through school. We were having a discussion as I dropped her off, and she was already kind of thinking about changing her major. Classes just started a couple weeks ago, and so we had that discussion about why suddenly the change of heart. And the answer out of her that she gave me was that, well, I was just thinking that maybe I should go into more of a career that will be more stable, was the word, quote unquote, and that will pay me a solid salary. Again, I have an entrepreneurial heart, and so my mindset is always to build a career out of what you're really great at and that you have a strong desire and purpose to do. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and maybe it's not in the beginning, it's not going to pay, a whole heck of a lot maybe than some other traditional career. But you'll always have that career with you, and you'll always have it. And you're going to be driven by that. You're going to be driven by your heart to succeed in whatever it is that you are designed to do. In the way that I grew up, I was kind of structured to pursue a career in medicine, which it's not that I didn't love medicine, but it really wasn't in my heart so much as it was in exercise science and in fitness. That is kind of one of my what if kind of regrets, I guess, to not have gotten my bachelor's in exercise science. But luckily for me, along the way, I did listen to my heart, and I did end up not going to medical school and not pursuing that road and pursuing fitness, which has been a part of my life this entire time, and of course now has just really blessed my life, and I've been able to pay that forward to a lot of people. Hey, there's my first official coaching video. You want to call it that? If you have any questions about that, and the other thing I wanted to say is that you're never too old. You're never too old to pursue what you want to do. Maybe you're like in your 20s, or not 20s, but more in your 30s and 40s, and maybe you regret the decision that you made in terms of your career, or you're doing those what if questions in your head. I mean, go for it. Why not? I plan on going back to school eventually, and I'll be in my 50s when I do that. And that's awesome, because I still have, I plan on living till past 100. I don't know about you guys, but that's that's on my life plan. Don't consider age a factor. Don't consider time a factor. Things will happen if you want to make them happen. And so, it just might be more complicated. That's all. Taylor can pursue her heart because she's got mom and dad kind of helping her along, and she's young, and she doesn't have, marriage or kids or anything like that. When you're older, yeah, it can be a little bit more difficult, but definitely not impossible. All right, I got to go get ready for class. You guys have an amazing day. I'll see you later.